Whoa! What's up guys, my name is Brandon of Brandon's Films and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Today we have a nice little video, but first I actually want to start you guys off with a small update because I haven't done that in a while. So first order of business to start things off, I'm actually moving into a new apartment. At the time I'm recording this, it is Tuesday and it's going to be this upcoming Saturday in which I'm going to be moving back to college, and hopefully I'll be able to stay there even though the semester is going to be a little iffy because of coronavirus and, you know, COVID restrictions. It's going to be weird, so I'm curious to see how it plays out, but hopefully they can let me stay in the apartment at the very least, because I'm going to be moving in with my boy Drew, also known as Pop the Top. I've done work with him before. If you follow my Instagram, which you should, by the way, you can see some work that I've done with him. I mean, it's gonna be crazy. Like, we had planned to have like a product photo studio in the place and all kinds of stuff. Like, I just really think it would be, it's like a creative household. Like, he's graphic design, I'm photography. It'll be so crazy. So like, hopefully I'll be able to put out some new things if everything works out. Also, number two, with that being said, moving into the new apartment, I will have better internet, so I will probably have more possibilities for content to put out. So what I'm thinking is I might start streaming again on this YouTube channel and doing like photography related things, maybe like a stream where I edit some of my photos or do like tutorials where I'm streaming. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do just yet, but something of that nature will probably come soon enough, if of course that I get to move into the apartment and actually stay there. So be looking forward to that. And yeah, and number three, I've been learning how to shoot film, and so I plan on making some videos in the future about film photography because I have a lot of cameras that I've been picking up, and of course I gotta make videos on them. Why else would I buy them? Like, I gotta justify it in my head some other way. So yeah, that's pretty much the update. I mean, I don't really have anything else, but I'm very excited to say that hopefully in the future with this new setup and location, I will have more content being put out. But anyway, that's enough of that. Let's go ahead and hop into this video. But first, you smell that? It smells like a new intro. Wasn't that amazing? Anyway, I want to go ahead and give you guys a quick little story time. I feel like it'll help kind of explain where I'm at with this video. So for the longest time, if you've talked to me or maybe just like seen my Instagram posts or whatever, you would know that I have been saving up for the EOS R from Canon for basically ever since it came out. I looked at it online last night and they raised the price by $200 even though they just released two newer versions of the camera. So it's an older camera, but the price went up. So I don't understand how that works. So basically what I'm getting at here is I'm having to fill the void with lower end cameras now and setting myself back even further because
I can't manage my money because I'm irresponsible.
I went out to some antique shops and I found this bad boy, the FujiFilm Finepix S1500, made in 2009. I'm not gonna spend too much time on the specs of this camera because honestly they're pretty generic and not that impressive, so I'll just give you a quick rundown of them real quick. The camera has a 10 megapixel sensor as well as a built-in flash and electronic viewfinder as well as an LCD screen. So that's pretty cool. It's your basic point and shoot or bridge camera. It of course also boasts a 12 times zoom with image stabilization, so pretty basic for your, you know, video photo cameras. Not too much going on here. As far as video goes, which is actually what I bought this thing for in the first place, it can only record up to 640p while also being able to downgrade to 320p. So if you're interested in that, there you go. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this camera I actually found in an antique shop while I was looking for a camcorder. My friend Michael, or MiggMedia, made a video about one of his camcorders. It's a JVC Iverio, I believe, and he made a video about it, kind of reviewing it and showing off its capabilities, and he made like a home style footage video with it. And I really thought that was just such a cool thing because, you know, people are so infatuated with 4K cameras now, you know, the R5 8K cameras, and I'm just like, you know, what about these old cameras that just have like a completely different style to them? Like, I just feel like it's more nostalgic and cool. It just feels more personal. So I wanted to get myself a camera with video capabilities that I could achieve that look with. And of course, while I was looking for a camcorder, I came across this bad boy for only $24. And I did notice that online you can pick these up for about $30, $35 in that range. So overall, it's not a very expensive camera. However, after I did purchase this camera, shortly after I found the Sony CX405, which is the camcorder I made a video on a few weeks back. And if you haven't seen that video, I'll put the link in the description, as well as to MiggMedia's video on his camcorder, because he made a really good video about it as well. And yeah, if you haven't seen those, go check them out. But since I found a camcorder, I actually ended up putting this camera on the back burner. But I've had this for a good couple months now, actually, but I haven't really played around with it too much. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. Quite frankly, I really didn't want to do a video on this camera because, as you can see right here, the battery door is actually separated from the body of the camera just a little bit, and the batteries lose contact with the camera itself, making it hard to shoot with. I can tell you right off the bat, from the times that I've tried to play with this camera just a little bit, like in my room, this thing has powered off a couple times and I've lost some clips for it, but of course I'm going to suffer through it anyway to make the best possible content for you guys. And yeah. So let's go ahead and test the performance of this camera. The first thing we're going to be doing is taking it out to take photos, as this is mostly a photo camera with a video option on it. I actually bought it for the video, but of course, if you're watching this and you're probably into photography, I'm going to cover that anyway because, you know, it's part of the camera. It's like the main part of it. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I've actually seen like video footage off of this camera already, just like very shortly, but I've never actually taken photos on this camera. So with that being said, I'm pretty curious to see how these turn out. All the photos that I'm gonna show you in the video are gonna be completely unedited, untouched, and just straight out of the camera. So we'll see how well it does. So, okay, not bad. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I had my expectations pretty low for the photos, but they actually turned out pretty good. And in fact, I would say I'm relatively surprised. However, also not, like, it didn't blow my mind, but it was much higher than I anticipated, if that makes sense. But yeah, if you're buying this for photos and you come across it for like $20, $30, go for it, I guess. But I will say that I think there are probably better options for the price point. Even if you just like bump your budget up to $50, you can find something much better than this. But let's go ahead and take a look at the video, which is what I bought the camera for in the first place. So in order to show off the video capabilities of this camera, I actually put together a little B-roll segment that I call Rainy Day. So I went out in my backyard when it was raining because I just felt like the vibe of the video I was going for, the look, would match the weather. So anyways, roll it. So one thing I can tell you right off the bat, I love the video, especially like if you're going for the lo-fi hip hop music video type vibe, or if you're just trying to do like a home style video like myself. But also I can say if you were going to try to use this for vlogging or anything of that nature, probably wouldn't recommend it, because as you heard in the footage, you could actually hear me zooming in. That's right, the motor of this thing is actually pretty loud. So maybe you can't hear it on the microphone too well, but the microphone in this camera definitely picks it up and you can hear it as you're zooming in and out. But I'm gonna be honest, I feel like the sound kind of like contributed to the look and style I was going for in the video, so I'm not too worried about it, and I do think this has a place in my camera collection, and I will probably use it again for anything of that nature. However, so the big question is, would I recommend it to you? While it does do a pretty good job with video and it takes pretty decent photos, I cannot in good faith tell you to buy this camera. If you come across it in a store and it just has a good deal on it and you want to pick it up and you have a better camera like my situation, go for it. $24 is nothing in relativity. Like when it comes down to like $20, I mean, you really can't go wrong. However, if this is gonna be your first camera and you're looking for quality and you're kind of, you know, balling on a budget, I can really tell you that I would probably recommend something else. And maybe if you could up your budget to $50 and went on Facebook Marketplace, there's no telling what you could find, like all kinds of deals all over the place. So with that being said, I would not recommend this camera to you. If you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and drop a like on it, and be sure to hit that subscribe button if you're not already. That way you can stay up to date with new camera videos that I release, and as well as those live streams I talked about earlier in the video. And with that being said, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and drop a comment down below if you want to tell me what you thought, or what you didn't like, but what you did like, or if you have any questions, anything like that, man. I'll always be responding down below, so yeah, don't be afraid to hit me up. Peace out.